it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money, money, money. That's all he talks
There's
about.
nothing wrong with being wealthy.
I know he knows.
Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth.
Money is the root to all.
No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. If you don't like money so much, why don't you get up and go to work? Yes, I do think about all the things and one thing you have to study it. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for my family. Money's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H Cortez. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the MikeyKnowsBiz.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Guys, run over to www.MikeyKnowsBiz.com. It's a great place for you to share with your children who may have that entrepreneurial bug that you may not know about. Kid is doing some phenomenal things with his own business, and now he is an author, a best-selling author. At that, we'll talk to him in a moment. But again, the site is www.MikeyKnowsBiz.com to learn more about all of those things that this wonderful young man is doing. Again, welcome to the show this morning. Really quickly, if you're checking us out on Periscope, please go ahead and share the stream and invite your followers to check us out on Periscope. For those of you who are checking us out on YouTube, go ahead and copy the link, share it on your favorite social media timeline. Guys, I am really close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And then for my Facebook family, do me a huge favor, go ahead and share the stream on your timeline. Invite some people who you know got kid entrepreneurs. They might want to come in and learn and listen to another kid speak from a child's perspective about the fun and exciting times as an entrepreneur. Also, we'll talk a little bit about the work that goes into it, and we won't paint the picture like it's all roses. But entrepreneurship is fun for kids, man. Get your kids involved in entrepreneurship at an early age so that they will at least know that entrepreneurship is an option. They don't have to be in own businesses. They can still go to college, get their degree, and run a Fortune 500 company. But that's always better when you know from the giddy up that entrepreneurship is an option. A lot of us didn't even realize entrepreneurship was an option. So, or else we would have chosen that, right? So really quickly, just got a couple announcements today. If you are serious about building wealth, then you have to take a look at the Black Wealth Movement, man. We're doing some phenomenal things. It's a community of Black people dedicated to bringing financial education to the Black community. And we're looking for ambassadors to help us get this message across. If you know any pastors, if you know any leaders of social organizations that have a strong bent on bringing financial education to the community, put me in touch with them. I would like to share with them our program and see if we can help facilitate some of the education. We have a wonderful platform through a company called MyEcon that teaches entrepreneurship, tax minimization, debt elimination, credit education, and investment education, all for a low price of $35 per month. We can really, really change the world if we understand what it really takes to build wealth. So with that, I'm going to stop running my trap, but I do want to let you know exactly who the show is for. The show is for those who are risers and grinders. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something this morning, this is your show. The show is for legacy builders, man. We've got a young man that's about to come to you guys today, and he's already talking about building a legacy for his family, and he's just 10 years old. If you are a legacy builder, this is your show. The show is for those who understand the power of letting your children tap into their genius, right? I heard a stat over the weekend that says 999 people out of 1,000 are operating at a genius level from age 0 to about 18 months. 999 people out of 1,000 operate at a genius level from 0 to about 18 months. What happens at 18 months that reduces that level from almost 100% to down to just 20%? You start telling your kid the word no. You start imposing limitations on the baby, and they start hearing the word no for the first time. And that reduces them operating at a genius level, almost 100% of us, to just about 20% from 0 to, from 18 months till about 12, 13, 14 years old. By the time the average person reaches 20 years old, less than 2% of us are still operating at that genius level. So be careful about superimposing limitations on your children. You're killing their genius. On the other hand, who is the show not for? The show is not for that eternal pessimist, the person that sees negativity in everything, the person that will sit back and judge my young fella when he comes out and talks about what he's doing with excitement. There's always a hater in the room, right? This show ain't for you. And please, please, please exit the show before you have something negative to say about these babies and what they're trying to accomplish in the dreams that they have set for themselves. The show ain't for the person who's got a problem with money and capitalism and all that stuff. This show is for those who are ready to build and keep a positive attitude about everything that's going on, because that's where it's at, y'all. So you never seen a future billionaire before? I want you to take a screenshot. Jeez. Watch me work. 2027, guys. I'm not only bold enough to proclaim I'm a billionaire, but I'm putting a date on that thing too. So watch me work in the next 10 years. So enough of me, man. I want to get you guys on to checking out my young entrepreneur, Panatna, Mikey Wren. So this guy, again, is amazing. He's been on the show before, but the last time he was on the show, he was not a best-selling author. So I'm super proud to work with this kid and their family. And we're going to get to hear directly from him. So without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others Mr. Michael Wren. Good morning, young man. How's everything going in the world of Mikey Wren?
Good. It's going very, very good.
Good deal, good deal. So before we get into peppering you with a whole lot of questions and all of that stuff, man, just take a couple minutes and tell everybody who you are, man, and what Mikey is all about.
Okay, so I'm Mikey, the kid who knows the biz. I'm 10 years old, and I'm the author of Mikey Learns About Business. Mikey Learns About Business is about my entrepreneurial journey, the things that I have to learn in order to start my business. And I'm also the owner of Mikey's Munchies, a local vending machine business in the St. Louis area.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So as a young entrepreneur, man, talk about some of the fun things that you get to do as an entrepreneur. We want today's show. I got a lot of parents who are going to sit their children down and watch today's show, and we want to give them the honest, real deal about what it is to be an entrepreneur. We'll talk a little bit about the hard work that goes into it, but talk about some of the fun things that you get to do as an entrepreneur.
So you get to, all the money that you make, you get to have it.
That's number one. You get to make and keep the profits. So when you are an entrepreneur, what's more fun than that, right? Making profit and getting to keep it and decide what you want to do with that money. Give me a couple other fun things that you get to do as an entrepreneur.
You get to travel as an entrepreneur.
Get to travel. Okay, so you get a little freedom. A good deal. So it's not all work, but there is some work involved. So you guys, tell me how you got started on your entrepreneurial journey. For those of you, I know there's a lot of people who got the book. They're going to get the book because we are a few copies away from 500, right? I just like round numbers. Can we get Mikey to 500 book sales? And here's the deal, guys. If you buy the book today at Amazon.com, go ahead and buy the book today. $13.99, and then just add another 99 cents to get the ebook. Because like I said, the young man is an Amazon best-selling author at the top of the bestsellers list for 3 consecutive weeks now, and we want to keep him there. So if you don't have the book, go to Amazon.com, get the paperback for $12.99, and then go ahead and add the ebook for 99 cents. And let's see if we can't keep him on the bestsellers list for a 4th consecutive week. So now that I promoted the book, I forgot what I was talking about, right? But you get to travel a little bit. Tell everybody how you started your entrepreneurial journey.
When I was younger, I always wanted something out of a vending machine. Sometimes I still do. But my mom said all the money that I put into those vending machines goes to the owner. But if I had my own, all the money would go to me. So I decided that I wanted a vending machine business, but I had it for the wrong reason. The reason why I wanted it so that I can eat all the snacks.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. But you had a mom in your life that says, you know what? That's a reason to have a vending machine, but probably not the best reason to have a vending machine. So what happened after that?
So I did the business plan. I did marketing. I did market research. I did networking, and I did
So when you say you did networking, what did that mean? What did you have to do to when you were networking? What did that really mean for you? Who were you networking with, and what came out of you networking with others?
So I went to a networking event, the MBA, National Black Association.
Yeah, National Black Association of MBAs. I remember that event.
Yeah, I did networking there, and there's 2 floors, and I went downstairs, and I started talking, and I was talking to a lady, and because she said she had a place to place vending machines. So I completely forgot that I never had the vending machines. Who was giving up the money for them.
Right. So you were raising the money to buy the vending machines. I want y'all to get what he's talking about. He was raising the money to buy the vending machines, went to a networking event with his mom. This is when he was 7.5, almost 8 years old, guys. Some of us feel that we don't want to be dragging our kids to these grown folks events. I want y'all to think about something. In other parts of the world, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids are carrying AKs because they're constantly at war. So you mean to tell me you can't teach your kid entrepreneurship at a young age? So you're in a networking event and you hear a lady talking about needing vending machines, and you're like, hey, I got a vending machine business, right? So what happened after that?
After that, she was trying to figure out whose son was that. Whose son was that? So, and my mom's mind, she was like, "What did you do?" So she came downstairs, and they started talking, and then we got the vending machine. She had 5 locations. We chose one of the locations, and after that, once we got into the car, my mom said, "You know, we don't have the vending machines yet."
Right. Well, that's super cool, man. But this is what happens when you don't put limitations. See, if you were limited in your thinking and realized you guys didn't have the vending machines, you probably never would have opened your mouth to that lady about having your own vending machine business. But that spurring you guys to go ahead and finish raising the money and get the vending machines and get them placed and all that. But even before you started the vending machine business, you had to do something else to raise money. You had to start another business to start raising money for the vending machine business. What did you do to start raising that money?
I had a lemonade stand.
Okay, now let me stop you right there, because when I think lemonade stand, I think little kid with a cooler and some ice selling a cup of lemonade for a quarter. But you took lemonade stand to a whole nother level and you really did it big, right? So talk about some of the things that went into doing a lemonade stand, because I love your mom, because she said even before you do the lemonade stand, what you have to do first?
A business plan.
A business plan, right? So you did your business plan for the lemonade stand. So talk about when you did your business plan, where you ended up placing your lemonade stand and all of that stuff. Let people know what went into that, and then how successful was that lemonade stand.
Okay, so the business plan was pretty easy because I had a business partner.
Mm-hmm.
And we placed on the day that the new Jordans came out.
Nice.
The day was very, very hot. So people, they were standing in line waiting for the Jordans. And we asked them would they like a cup of lemonade since it's very, very hot.
Mm-hmm.
The people, they were buying gallons. At first, they was buying a cup to taste it.
Right.
But then they started buying gallons because they said the lemonade was real, real good.
Nice, nice. So in business, they talk about location, location, location. You guys picked a location where there was a bunch of people standing outside on a hot, hot, hot summer day because they were waiting for the new Jordans to come out. So see, we didn't capitalize on the new Jordans because we didn't have stock in Nike. We didn't have stock in Foot Locker. But this young Black entrepreneur was able to get his business jump started because of everybody standing outside waiting on those Jordans. Way to seize that opportunity, man. So what was the effect after they bought the gallons and you did your pop-up? So Mikey was doing pop-up stores even before pop-up stores was popular, right? So what were the overall results of that one day and choosing that specific location?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what was the results? How much money did you guys make? How successful was that when the night was over and you guys went back, you and your partner counted up your ducats, or let me say money, you might not know what a ducat is. You counted up your money. How much money did you guys make that day?
So that one day we sold 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So for one day we made $460.
$460 in one day selling lemonade. $460. But for the whole 3 days, what was it like? What did you guys do?
It was $1,060.
So over $1,000 for a 3-day pop-up lemonade stand, and just happens that on one of those days you guys were in the right spot at the right time because everybody's waiting on the new Jordans. See, I want y'all to get something out of this parallel in this story, right? Just now, did you guys know that the new Jordans were coming out when you picked that location, or did you just go and show it the next day and they were just there? All the people were there.
No, we did not know, but the other 2 times we set up, it was at the St. Louis Kids Expo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good deal. So they didn't know that was going to happen, but just because they took action, look how the universe encouraged these babies by making them have massive, massive, massive success on their first entrepreneurial endeavor. So I know you had a business partner. Go ahead and shout out your business partner. Who was you rocking with as your first business?
His name was Kendall Wright.
Okay. So you and Kendall out there. Now, let's talk a little bit about the hard work, right? Because not only are the people out there in the hot sun you guys have to be out there in the hot sun serving them the lemonade, right? How hard was it to stay out there and take care of the business side of it?
See, we under our stand, we had, so we were right behind Party City, kind of close to the door. So sometimes we'll accidentally activate the door and it'll open, and we'll end up getting a cool breeze. and we had a roof over our head. So
good. So it wasn't that bad, but you still had to serve the people. You still had to count the money because Party City is a little, it's kind of up the way. So you guys, did the people walk over from your line, their line to come get the lemonade, or did you walk over to them and solicit them to sell your lemonade?
Oh, yes, I walked over to them. And they came over to the stand to sell.
Gotcha. To buy. So that's good stuff, man. That is amazing, amazing, amazing. So you took the money from there, and then you used that money to, of course, you split it with your business partner, but you took your portion of the money and you used that to invest in your first vending machine. How else? I know that wasn't enough for the machines, but that was a start for you, and then that allowed you to go talk to other people. So how did you raise the rest of the money?
I got sponsors, investors, and loans.
Sponsors, investors, and loans. You realize a lot of 10-year-old kids don't know what a sponsor, investor, or a loan is, right? All right. So go ahead.
Oh, and can I give a quick shout out to my classmates and my teacher? Because in our classroom, we're being entrepreneurs.
Good.
We started a concession stand, and we sell snacks.
Out of your classroom. Go ahead. What's your teacher's name?
My teacher's name is Miss Myers.
So Miss Myers is encouraging entrepreneurship in the schools right there on the spot. That is good. Good for Miss Myers. Shout out to Miss Myers. Everybody give a thumbs up for Miss Myers. So talk a little bit about, because when you wanted to go get, first of all, what do you consider a sponsor?
I consider a sponsor someone who gives you something and doesn't want anything in return.
Okay, all right. And then you also had investors. So what do you consider an investor?
An investor is kind of like a loan, but they kind of don't want money back. They'll give you money, but they could want something different, like a piece of your business.
Exactly. Good. And then you had a loan. So talk about a loan.
Yeah, I only got one loan. And it was for $20 because we came $20 short.
Okay. And then what is your definition of a loan? What did you have to do? So what does that mean when somebody loans you something?
So they gave me the money, and once I made the money back, then I give it to them.
You get just their amount of money back, or?
With interest.
With interest. All right, cool. So you had, when you were going after your sponsors, you had this whole little deal that you memorized, and you went to them and you talked to them specifically and said, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm trying to do. Here's how you can help. Do you still remember that spiel that you gave them?
Which one?
For when you were looking for your sponsors, you wanted people to sponsor your business.
Oh, yes.
How did that go?
Okay, so hi, I'm Mikey, the owner of Mikey's Munchies. Have you ever bought anything out of a vending machine?
I have.
What was your favorite thing?
I think Doritos.
I like those too. But let me tell you a little bit about my vending machine business.
Go ahead.
Mikey's Munchies is a vending machine business. Mikey's Munchies is a vending service that offers vending machines filled with convenient snacks for people on the move. Marketing. I'll market to kids, adults, or anyone who is looking for a convenient snack. I'll put popular brand items in my machine. Examples: Kit Kats, Cheetos, Oreo cookies, Pepsi, and those Doritos that you like.
Okay. Good deal. So that's kind of what you went through, and I'm sure you ended that with a call to action. Would you like to sponsor me, or would you like to invest, or that kind of thing? That's amazing, man. And you guys heard me say it yesterday, and you guys will probably keep hearing me say it my entire life. The very worst thing you can do for a child is set expectations too low. Sure, the mom helped and the dad helped set Mikey up and say, hey, here's what you got to do. You're going to need to tell people what you're doing in order to get sponsors. You're going to be responsible for memorizing this. And they turned him loose, and he went and said that to everybody he saw and raised enough money to buy his first vending machines. But then you also had your biggest sponsors were who?
My biggest sponsors, they were Party City.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, this one is a no-brainer. My parents.
Your parents. There you go. So I want you to know that when did you get your machine? So you was raising all this money, got your sponsorships and all of this stuff, and then they blessed you with your first couple machines for Christmas, right?
Yes.
So here's another thing that I want you guys to get as you're listening to the show. His Christmas presents could have been an Xbox 360, or it may be an Xbox One. I don't know what version they want. Could have been a PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, whatever version they want. Could have been a Wii or Wii U, whatever version they were on. But his Christmas presents were 2 vending machines to support his business, right? Go ahead, Mikey.
And I also only got 1 Christmas gift. Two. I got the vending machine. I got the vending machines, and I also got. Was that a foosball table? That converts into an air hockey table.
Right. So it was, and you weren't mad, right? Because you got what you really wanted was what? Your business, right? So parents said, okay, Mikey, if you're going to do this thing, we're going to put you through some hoops. Mom said, I'm not sure he's serious about having a business, so go do a business plan, right? Then you came back with the business plan. Here it is. I'm not sure he's serious about this business. Go do some market research. You went on the computer, did some market research. Here it is. And you proved to them that you were serious about your business. Okay, you need to raise capital. I'm not giving you any money until you raise some money on your own. Okay, I'll do a lemonade stand. Good. But before you do a lemonade stand, you got to go do a business plan. So you did all of that kind of stuff. And now look at you, man. How many vending machines do you have placed so far?
I have 4 vending machine placed at 2 locations.
4 vending machines at 2 different locations, y'all. This is what we're talking about. And some of you guys, kids, are coming to you with very, very good ideas, and they're telling you that they want to be in business, and you're shunning them off. You're pushing them to the side. You're saying, not now. You're not old enough. Wait until you get a little older. Man, listen. The worst thing you can do for a child is set expectations too low. So vending machines up and placed. Now you have to prove to your mom and dad yet again that you really want to do this, because who has to go shopping? Who has to fill the vending machine? Who has to take the money to the bank and do all of that? You do. All right. You hit mute. All right. So you do, right? Talk about that process. How do you get to that place? And then, talk about that process of keeping up with inventory and all that stuff.
Okay, so I have to first, I remember to always take a picture of, before we leave, the first time we do the vending machine, we have to take a picture so that we can remember what's there. And right after that, then that's when we go to the store. Then we purchase what we need. So we're using technology to our advantage in our business.
Right. So you take a picture first. You say, hey, here's what's missing. Here's what I need to stock up with. Go to the store and say, hey, this whole row of Kit Kats is missing, so I know I need a couple boxes of Kit Kats. This row of chips is missing, right? So yeah, you have to do all that stuff on your own. Your mom gets you into the store, but then you have to go. Do you make a list, or you just use the pictures? Sometimes
you do, but most of the time we use the picture.
You use a picture, but then you have to go to the store, do all that stuff, check out. You're using your own business card because this is your business. So all of the banking and stuff is Mikey. So you have to do all of that stuff, right? What is the look on the checkout people's faces as you're checking out as a kid entrepreneur and you're buying all this stuff and they're saying, what you doing with all this stuff, kid? You like, hey man, I gotta go fill my vending machine stuff, right? What do they say?
A lot of them don't say nothing. It's really the people when I walk out, the people that's standing there.
So those people coming around into the store and they're checking out too, and they're seeing you. What are they saying?
They're saying nothing, but sometimes I see someone I know, so we start a conversation.
Yeah, but it's amazing to me that they're looking at this kid like, what are you doing with all that stuff, man? So now you got your stuff, you got it loaded up in the car. How many times a week do you have to go out to your machines and get them loaded up?
I do that twice. Well, one of them I have to start doing once a week because they're selling out really, really quick. Right.
And then the other ones I know are out in Creve Coeur. That you guys are doing that.
We're doing it every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, cool. So what is the process, right? Because I always wondered, as a vending machine connoisseur, right? How do they get into these things? How do they set those things up? What happens when I put my money in and the chips don't fall? How do I get my money back? So how does all that work? How do you get into the machines to load them up, get your money out? Is that complicated? Because I know your parents are making you do all that stuff too, right?
Yes. But they give me a little help. Okay. So it's not complicated. We have a key to both of the vending machines. Okay. And we can unlock them. Okay. Very easily. But the soda machine, I say, is the hardest because you have to twist it for kind of like 2 minutes, 1 minute.
To get it to unlock it and get it open. Cool. And then once you load that thing up, and do the banker say anything when you take all your change and take all your money out and you go deposit that into the bank? Or are they saying, hey, why does this kid keep coming in here with all this money every 2 weeks?
No, because the bank that we go to, they know that I have a vending machine business, and they also know that I'm the kid who knows the biz.
All right. So it's amazing, guys, that these people see this kid getting his work in, and none of them are saying, hey, you know what? Do you mind? I would like for my son to meet you. I would like for my daughter to meet you, because if I'm at the bank and I see you come and deposit big money every 2 weeks, I might say, hey, you mind if I talk to you about what you're doing? Do you have a business card? Do you have a website or something? I want my kid to know about what you're doing because you're obviously doing something right. None of the adults who see you doing this every week are asking you how you're doing it.
Some do. Well, a lot of the times they do because they're very, very interested in what I do.
Good. Okay. So I was trying to say, man, I couldn't see you. If I was a bank teller and I see you every 2 weeks coming depositing money and you say you the kid who knows the biz, obviously you do because you're bringing money in here every week. I think I would ask you, man, what can I do to get my kids to do what you're doing? Or can I learn from you or something, right? So let's transition really quickly because time is getting away from us. But, man, I love your story. I love what you're doing. But you made a shift here recently, about 4 or 5 months back, and said, you know what? I want to help other kids learn that they can do big things too. And you decided to write a book. How's that been going for you so far?
That's been going awesome. Now I'm an Amazon best-selling author. I'm going places.
Right. Because you were recently in Atlanta with a book signing there. Got a couple other book signings coming up. Got another young author coming into town to hang out with you. I know you're excited about that, right?
Yes. He's already here. He's already in St. Louis.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we'll talk to him tomorrow. But you're an Amazon best-selling author. And the last time you were on the show, you were not an Amazon best-selling author. So how different does it feel now to say, man, I set a goal and I got it done?
That feels awesome because a lot of young kids don't get the same opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you set that goal, did you think it was a big goal? You think it was too big, or did you believe all the way in it from the start?
At the beginning, I thought it was a little big, but then once I finally realized that I can really achieve it, then I decided, yeah, I'm gonna make this real big push.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
we're gonna have everyone buy and become an Amazon best-selling author.
And you did that, man. So Lawrence Holloway says, I will purchase the book today. Be sure to grab the ebook for an additional 99 cents, Lawrence. That's awesome. So tell everybody, you kind of told us a little bit of the story. What has the response been like to the book, right? What has the response been like?
People have been saying my book is very, very awesome, and it's encouraged their sons or daughters to write a book.
Really? So a lot of people have been encouraged not only to start businesses, but you've also encouraged some people to become authors for the first time. That's amazing. And I know that you are part of a book club, Books and Bros. What was it like? Because how long have you been with Books and Bros?
I believe it was around 6 months.
So about 6 months. Now, for those of you who don't know, Books and Bros is a book club for young Black men, and they go and they read different books together, and they talk, and they just have a good fellowship around literacy, increasing literacy amongst black boys. So you have been doing that for 6 months, but then the last time y'all met, you went in a different capacity. You went in as the author, and you guys read y'all book. I mean, you guys read your book. So how did your other bros from Books and Bros feel when you guys were going through your book?
They felt awesome, and they kind of didn't realize that I had a book because they said, that's your book. And we played this game called, it's kind of like, it's telling the truth. You have to tell 2 truths and 1 lie. So my 2 truths was, my name is Mikey, and I'm the author of Mikey Learns About Business. Mm-hmm. And my lie was, I was 9 years old.
Uh-huh.
They said that my lie was that I'm the owner of Mikey Learns About Business. I'm an author.
So they didn't think that you were the author. They said, well, we know he's 9 years old. That's true. We know his name is Mikey. You lying about this book, man. You ain't wrote no book, man. But then you guys go and actually do, read the book, and how did they enjoy the story? Did they like it?
Well, we haven't read it. Well, I read the book. Other people, they have to still read. They still have to read the book.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you'll get their feedback a little bit later after they check it out. But you've been doing something else amazing too, man. And I want you to talk a little bit about this because you've had your first couple speaking engagements. You've been on a speaking tour with your mom where she pulls you on stage and lets you speak in front of a crowd of kids. They let you speak at your school. How is that, man? You know, speaking in front of people scares some people to death, man. But you're getting it done, right? How's that making you feel? And are you getting comfortable on stage with a mic in your hand?
Yes, I'm getting more and more comfortable.
Comfortable. We got you.
Comfy.
There you go. We'll use that. Good.
Okay, so I'm getting more and more comfy
Uh-huh.
at speaking because now that I realize speaking is not so hard, my biggest fear was just getting on stage and then talking to someone else, but in front of a big crowd because I started off with a big crowd. With a lot of seats. But
right.
what made it bigger was because everyone was spread it out. That's what probably made it bigger.
Yeah, but you got up there, said what you had to say. They gave you some claps and some cheers. Good stuff, man. Super proud of you guys. Tell everybody where they can go learn more about you or how they can follow you and keep in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me, and you can also book me from my website, Mikey Learns About Business.
Okay, so MikeyLearnsAboutBusiness.com.
I do not do parties.
And we do not do parties. So Mikey Learns, MikeyKnowsBiz.com. What about your social media? Are you on social media?
Yes, I have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
And what's the handle? Mikey Knows Biz on all social media, website, MikeyKnowsBiz.com. And I would say this, guys, when you buy the book from Amazon.com, that helps them stay at the best on the bestsellers list. But if you want a autographed copy of the book, then you can go to MikeyKnowsBiz.com and order the book directly from them, and you will get an autographed copy of the book. So anything that you want to say in closing to the people, man, because I know that you are trying to motivate and encourage. Talk about the real reason, what you're trying to get accomplished with the book and your speaking now that you're being asked to speak on stage. What is the overall message that you're trying to get across?
So the thing that I'm really trying to do, I'm really trying to help my community. I'm really trying to just bring our community together.
Good. And what message are you trying to send to other kids, like yourself, right? Because you talked about the reason you wrote the book in the first place. Talk about that a little bit. Why did you write the book in the first place? What were you and your mom trying to do that you guys felt that you had to write the book?
So we couldn't find any books. We couldn't find any books about entrepreneurship, but for kids. And I had already read your book, but I needed another book to read for kids. We only found books for middle schoolers and for high schoolers, mainly for high schoolers. But so after that, what we did was we couldn't find any African American books made by an African American man or woman. So I decided that I said, okay, can we sit down and write a book about entrepreneurship so that if someone else wants to, then they can purchase my book. So it's kind of an exchange because I'm getting my money and that person is getting what they need in order to be successful in the community.
Exactly. Good deal. So basically there was a void. You were trying to find a book that was for your age group and there was nothing out there. So you did what all entrepreneurs do, which you solve a problem. Entrepreneurship is about being a problem solver. You found a problem. I'm a kid, 9 years old. I want to find a book that's written by a Black person that teaches entrepreneurship at a kid's level. You couldn't find it. He said, "Hey, Mom, here's an opportunity. Can we sit down and write a book?" And what was that process? What did you guys go through to help get it done?
So we got a writing coach to help me with my book. And we also got a mentor or illustrator.
Illustrator. So you got a writing coach, got an illustrator, got it done, got it published. Now you're an Amazon bestseller. Man, this is amazing because, like you said, you served your community because there was not a book out there teaching entrepreneurship to the younger kids. Because really, Mikey, truly, your business, you are at a level where you are operating like some teenagers and high school kids, but you're doing this at 9 years old. So you wanted to continue to feed yourself, but there was nothing out there. So congratulations on all your success. The book is amazing. Guys, to date, they've sold 463 books. Can we top that off at an even 500, right? Can we round that off at an even 500 today? So let's see if we can't get, 37 books sold today and get them to the 500 mark. Let's do that. Again, you can get the book at Amazon.com, Mikey Learns About Business, or you can go to MikeyKnowsBiz.com, order it directly from them, get an autographed copy. But when you get it from them, it doesn't count towards keeping him at the top of the bestsellers list. So pick your choice how you want to support. You can support through Amazon, or you can support through his website where he will get all of the revenue, but also you will get an autographed copy of the book if you bought directly through his website. So we appreciate the young man, his hard work and his tenacity to go after his dreams and really keep pushing forward, man. What's next for a young entrepreneur, man? What are some of your other future goals, man? What do you see Mikey, the kid who knows the biz, in the next couple of years, 4 years, 5 years from now?
So I see Mikey, the kid who knows the biz. I see him selling over 1,000 books. Because I'm at 465 already. And I also see Mikey, the kid who knows the biz. Also, so in 4 years, I'll be 14. And all the money that I made, I will invest it into having a house. Cash. And the best thing about it, I can rent it out to other people. Right.
So you understand clearly, and I know your parents well because we've been coaching together for a little while. So basically, you got an asset in your own business that's bringing you some money. But it sounds like you're not so excited about taking that money and going to buy toys and all that kind of stuff. Well, you said you want to go buy a house, which is another asset, turn around and rent that out that's going to bring you some more cash. That's what I heard you say. You're going to take the cash from your vending machine business, use that to buy another asset, which is a house cash, that's going to bring you more cash. Is that what you're trying to do, brother?
Yes, cash, asset, cash.
That's what we're talking about, man. Teach your children how the money game really works here in this country, man. That is awesome, amazing. Again, continued and much respect and continued success to you. Final thoughts, man. Guys, there's kids watching this show right now, and they're going to be watching the replay for years to come. What do you want them to know?
Little people can do big things too. Dream big, and only thing that can stop you is you. What I mean by that is, if you say that you can do something, then you're right, because it starts up here, and you also have to make the sacrifice to do it. So if you say I can't do this, and then someone else says you can do it, but let's flip that and say I can do it. Even if someone else says you can't, then you can still do it because you have to make it up right here and then do it.
Exactly. So it's all in the mind, man. It starts with you believing in yourself. So little people can do big things too. Remember that, parents. Dream big. Allow your children to continue to dream big. And what was the third one? Only thing can stop you is you. Only thing that can stop you is you. Because all things are possible for him that believe. It's not all things are possible for the parents that believe. No, if the child believes it, then parents get on the child's bandwagon, push them and encourage them and keep feeding that belief. And as long as they're making the sacrifices, right, Mikey?
Yes.
And doing the work, they will have the results and get the success that they want to have. So, Mikey, I appreciate you so much for giving me some of your time this morning. One last question, man. What is summer vacation like for an Amazon best-selling author?
A lot of traveling, fun, and sleep.
A lot of travel, fun, and sleep. You heard it from the kid who knows the biz. He's Mikey Wren. I'm H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. Until we talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.